Hello, I'm Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Gold Crest Valley. And it may look like we're starting out like we did last episode. Well, that's kind of because we are. I've got another set of green marshmallows here ready to sell. I don't know, would that make them mint flavored maybe? Let's go ahead and get these loaded up, and we're going to sell these here again. So pretty much off screen, I went ahead, mowed field 20 again, windrowed it, baled it, and then, of course, proceeded to wrap the bales. So we got another set of, let's see, there's 4 full loads, and then this one's a partial load here. So we should get a little more than we did last time here because we have, you know, pretty much this extra load. This should make us a nice payout here again. There we go, up to 81,000. It's kind of the one nice thing about doing silage bales like this. You can pretty much always count on the price. To my knowledge, it does not vary. And another full load. Also off screen, I went ahead and plowed field 26. So field 26 is all plowed up here as well. You need to get it cultivated and planted. Which actually means I should probably get something down there to fertilize that field. Okay, 2 more loads to go here after this one. Be interesting to see how much we make total here. Obviously, we got a few things on our purchase wish list that we'd like to get here. Larger tractor here would be nice. One more larger tractor, that is. Does, you know, about the same size as the New Holland here would be perfect. Or even bigger, obviously optimal, but something about the same size as the New Holland would be ideal. You know, currently we have quite a bit of larger equipment, and this is the only tractor that can pull that larger equipment. Also, we should probably look at getting the combine here as well. We are currently still leasing the combine we have at the moment. Would like to get a combine purchased as soon as possible so we don't have to sit here leasing our current combine. Not that I don't think we have that many hours on our current combine, so we could probably keep it a little bit longer yet. But definitely here in the future, it would be nice to get a larger combine that we actually own. Oh, a little bit too far away there from the last 3 bales. There we go. Okay, that's all the bales. So we'll probably end up just under, what, 300,000 or so. Probably actually enough for a larger tractor. Actually, probably enough for a truck as well. It'd be nice to actually have a truck here for... we got the Big Daddy trailer here, as well as the logging trailer. It'd be nice to have actual truck for that to pull with instead of a tractor and dolly. Okay, we'll just disconnect this here because we will need the New Holland here for our cultivator, which I believe are pretty much maxing this tractor out here with the current cultivator. At least based on the in-game specifications for what the game wants for horsepower-wise for the cultivator. Also, what shall we plant here on field 26? I have not actually given that any thought here yet. We'll have to maybe look at the sell prices here for crops and see what's selling good. Of course, what's selling good at the moment might change here. So, by the time we get the field planted and harvested, it might change to something else, but oh well. Okay, before I start cultivating, I do want to get another tractor here. Actually grab the Vulture here since it's available. And we'll fill it back up here. And while that is filling, what are prices looking like? So, sunflowers. What do we have planted here at the moment? Double check that. That is soybeans, corn, and of course the sugar beets. I'm not looking to sell the sugar beets. Obviously, we're going to bring those up to the pigs there. Looks like canola is selling pretty good yet. So maybe we'll do some canola here in that field. It seems like a good choice at the moment. Okay, there goes 2 pallets. And we're still waiting for all the rest of our fields here to grow yet. Probably once we get this field done being planted here, we'll fast forward time until the crops are ready. And then we'll come back next episode and start harvesting. Okay, we'll shift that over just a little bit. And we might as well do the fertilizing here ourselves this time. Once we get to the end of the row here, we'll go ahead and hire the New Holland so we can start cultivating. And we'll start reading some comments here. George was saying the 300-minute potato harvesting mission takes roughly 139 minutes total and pays around $170,000. Compared to that, this little logging exercise he did is not bad at all. Probably even pays more than the mission, which is pretty good. And most people say logging is a very long process to make money. That is true. It does seem like it is a long process to make money with logging. But once you get a Ponzi scorpion, and if you're using an auto-loading trailer, it really makes a difference. And of course, like I was saying there for the logging episode, for those of you who watched the logging episode, you could probably make it even quicker too if I just actually took the auto-load trailer straight to the sawmill as opposed to loading the train with it. Taking the train up to the sawmill and then unloading the train. Okay, New Holland, time to get to work. Well, I have to say, I do like how that cultivator looks there. Kind of a nice looking cultivator in my opinion. JD7810 was asking, how do you toggle the auto load on the trailer? I know the trailer is a mod. You're correct. The Big Daddy trailer there is a mod. And for the Big Daddy trailer there, it is X. So where it says work position, that is the auto load function for that trailer. I don't know why they call it work position, but that's what the mod author made it. So Kenneth was saying you can see how many trees you planted and cut down under the menu under statistics. And he was also saying I would just go straight to the sell place. I probably will do that in the future. But at least for the moment, I think we'll give the train a try a couple more times. Like I've kind of said before, it's not necessarily about being as efficient as I can. It's about having fun in the game. So if that means taking the trailer, unloading the trailer into the train, then taking the train up there and using the train to transport them, well, that's what we're going to do then. Like I said, it's a game and it's about having fun. So not necessarily, in my case, about being as efficient as I possibly could. If you want to talk about efficiency here, I don't have to cultivate this field. I can just straight up plant it. I could skip the cultivating process. But there again, like I mentioned before, I like to play somewhat realistically. Or at least as realistically as possible given the limitations of the game, while still having fun. Samuel was saying, really good videos, but 2 logging videos on one day? Really? Yes. Unfortunately, that is kind of the way it worked out. I thought about that when I uploaded them. It's like, oh, well, I guess there's going to be 2 logging videos in a row there. Of course, had the multiplayer logging there on the Smoky Mountains. And then last episode here on Gold Crest was a logging video. Brody was saying, I've heard and tried, but whatever way you are looking at a tree when cutting it, it will fall to your left. So yeah, basically that is correct. When you are using the chainsaw, the tree should always pretty much fall to your left. It basically should fall 90 degrees to the chainsaw. Hopefully that makes sense. Doesn't necessarily always work that way in the game, but that is the way it is supposed to fall. And like I said as well, if you cut with a chainsaw being flat, the tree should be automatically notched and it should fall. Of course, there again, it should fall. Doesn't necessarily always mean it will fall, but it should fall. Brayden was saying you should get the case loader on the Farming Simulator mod hub. It is a good one. I will have to check that out. I don't believe I've seen that one yet. Josh was saying, great video. Thank you very much for that. Jacob was saying the Brooks chipper has a capacity of 555,000. So yeah, that is a pretty large capacity on that chipper. I did not actually notice that in the store. It has that kind of capacity. George was saying, I like the idea of using the train. Now I can at least see how many logs it can hold. And to be honest, not too impressive compared to the truck's trailer, considering it's a train. That's kind of like what I was saying there last episode on Gold Crest here for the logging. That train really should have 2 trailers on it, in my opinion, for logging. Basically, the train on the east side of the map here has 2 trailers. 2 logging trailers, while the one that's on the west side of the map that actually goes to the sawmill only has 1 logging trailer. Like I said, makes no sense to me why they would do it that way. Seems like you should at least have both trains having 2 logging cars. It'd actually be nice if they could actually develop a way you can actually switch out cars. So, you know, like if you're doing logging, you can actually put all logging cars on the train or something like that. And it's also weird. It seems like they picked a weird size for the train cars as well. Technically 8-meter logs in the game sell the best. And that is also the type of logs that the Ponzi can cut. Yeah, you can only fit one stack of 8-meter logs in that trailer. The train car, that is. George was saying, nice. 4 logs out of 1 tree. They are definitely larger trees than the ones in 15. 15 trees only gave 3 logs out of 1 tree. I'm going to have to go back and look at that, because I thought there was 4 logs out of the trees in 15 as well, but could be wrong on that. It seems like they're the same size to me. Which is, I think, right around the 35-meter mark or so. Okay, there we go. That field is complete. We'll take this back and let's grab a seeder here. And like I said, I think we'll go with the canola option. Oh, you know what? Actually, can I fertilize again? I don't think you can. Oh, you can. Okay. Never mind. We'll start fertilizing again then. Actually, what I'll do, I'll hire a worker here. We'll get this first pass or 2 done. Otherwise, the fertilizer spreader is going to very quickly catch up with the cultivator here. Edward was saying just over 30K for 9 trees. That's pretty good. And you can do it manually if in making an hour-long episode. That would be fine with me. Okay, so we got somebody there that wouldn't mind seeing me manually load the trees, even if it took an hour. I will have to keep in mind. We might do that here. We might manually load some as well. There again, like I was saying a couple moments ago, it's about having fun in the game. So if you find manually loading trees fun, well then help yourself. Personally, I find it to be fun, but I can also find it to be frustrating as well with the mechanics of the game. Okay, let's grab our Fendt tractor here. Definitely need to look at getting a larger seeder here as well. Would be nice. Really? That was it? Okay. Okay, there we go, finally. Must have had like 2 almost empty pallets on there. Samuel was saying, sell one of the small tractors and get a bigger Case 380 or a bigger Massey Ferguson tractor. You know what? We'll get the hired worker going on seating here. We'll take a look at the shop here, just see what we got for prices. Thinking about them, actually kind of leaning towards the combine at this point, just because we're currently leasing a combine. I'm thinking that actually might be the best way to go. And then we'll save. I'll probably do one more. At least one more anyway. One more time of bales on field 20 there. Okay, we'll set that canola, hire the worker. And let's get to the end of this row. And like I said, we'll take a quick look here at prices for tractors. Carl was asking, does anybody know if the Beast Chipper from Farming Simulator 15 was transferred over? Yes, it has been. And we did give it a try here a while back, but it is very buggy. And unfortunately, we had to get rid of it. Otherwise, that would be a nice chipper here for the Smoky Mountains, or even single player here doing some wood chips. Which, George, I think he left a comment here. I don't know if I went past it or if I'm still coming to it yet. But he left a comment talking about basically wood chips, how you sell your first load, you make a pretty good amount of money. And then after that, the price of wood chips just goes so far down, it's not even worth it anymore. Kind of noticed that with a lot of stuff, it seems like in this game. The price just swings very wildly. Wood chip price is currently at $1.99. Not altogether that great, considering I don't think I've sold any wood chips at this point. Wow, wool is pretty good, 6,120. We probably won't get into any sheep here on Gold Crest. We'll save that for a different map. We'll do sheep on another map. Otherwise, it just seems like it gets a little too much. Okay, so tractors. We currently really the only small tractor we could sell will be this Vultra. So that's really the only small tractor we have at the moment. How much horsepower does the Vultra have here again? So the Vultra has 185 horsepower, so it's actually not too bad on the horsepower. I'm pretty sure that's the one we have. I believe we have it maxed out to my knowledge. Oh, it doesn't say. It just says Vultra N Series, doesn't it? Okay. Really, there's actually no marking on this tractor as to what size it is. Okay, at least not that I'm seeing anyway. Interesting. Okay, so we currently have 280,000. Ooh, that can actually get us a pretty good tractor. I know a couple people have been suggesting the Case Optimum here. You can also get the Massey Ferguson 8700. Bigger New Holland. And that would be a much bigger New Holland. That's the T8 series. A little bit far away, but Challenger MT700. And then, of course, we get into the really big tractors. Just check out this Optima here a moment. What kind of horsepower? Oh, that's actually not... That's about the same size as our New Holland, which actually would be about perfect if you ask me. I think the New Holland is 315, if I remember correctly. Oh, it is 313 as well. Okay. 313 as well. Narrow, ooh, I kind of like that option, the narrow twin wheels. As long as they're not too ridiculously narrow. I'd like to say they're not, but I could be wrong on that. There's regular twin wheels. Oh, this one actually steps all the way up to 400 horsepower. That's kind of a nice option with twin wheels. Total price $305,000, a little outside our price range at this point. Like I said, all options we can consider. Obviously, we'll have crops here to sell pretty quickly as well. Probably getting to the point, too, we can almost start selling some pigs here. We'll have to see once we might wait a little bit on that yet, but... Taylor was asking, can you make your own fields in Farming Simulator 17 like you can in 13? Yes, you can if you would like to. You can enlarge fields, make your own fields. Works the exact same as it does in 13, 15. Just take a plow, create fields, and start making a field. Johnson was saying, I found that if I wait till after I plow the fields before I purchase it, then I still have to plow it again after purchasing it. Plowing it for the mission does not seem to count. Oh, that's too bad. Like I mentioned when I was going to purchase this field here, I was considering, getting the plowing mission for it. And then hopefully I won't have to plow it. I'd actually get paid to plow it rather than having to pay to plow it. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, according to Johnson there, apparently that doesn't work. Patrick was saying, link for the auto trailer. It should be in the mod list. I'll have to double check that. It might not be. Speaking of the mod list, for anybody wondering where I get the mods I have, there is a mod list in the description. So make sure you check that out. Now, not all the mods I have on there are on the list, just because some of them come from the multiplayer server. And we'll have to wait for the cultivator there to catch back up. I don't know if I can fertilize this again. And unfortunately, the seeder we have there does not fertilize. Oh, there we go. There's going to be our third level of fertilizer here then. So we fertilized after plowing. We fertilized after cultivating. And we'll fertilize again after seeding. Emery was asking, what key is it to unload the bales? With the Big Daddy, it is Y to unload that trailer. With the Y key to unload it. Sean was saying go around the field in a circle when doing a mission. I would say that's kind of a matter of opinion as to which is faster. A lot of people seem to think going around the field in a circle is faster, and it may be. Also depends how much you miss, though, as well. Edward was asking, great video, and what do you use to record Farming Simulator 17 with? I use OBS Studio. It is a free program for those of you wondering. And in order to record Farming Simulator 17, you have to have Farming Simulator 17 set to windowed mode. For some reason, the game capture option in OBS will not capture Farming Simulator 17 when it is full screen. I'm guessing Farming Simulator 17 Giants did something derpy behind the scenes that caused that not to work, but you have to use Farming Simulator 17 in windowed mode and use the windowed capture option in OBS to capture it. Anyway, folks, with that, I think we'll wrap up the episode here. We'll go ahead and get this field planted, fertilized, and like I said, probably fast forward some time. And hopefully we'll come back here next episode and start harvesting. So anyway, that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.